Hello, today we're making super smoothies, which are great for the winter to get those good foods into your kids to help them fight off those nasty lurgies, etc. I like to include frozen bananas, frozen berries, spinach. Mine is frozen, I keep it in the freezer. And you need milk and cocoa powder. This is great if you've got kids who reluctantly eat vegetables or fruit, as it tastes of chocolate. Even the spinach, you can't taste it. My children love this and they know there's spinach in it and they say they can't taste it. If you have chia seeds or flax seeds, you could add that too and make this even healthier. Basically everything needs to get blitzed in the blender. I use my handheld blender. So I put a bit of everything in, I add the milk and I blend it, and I try to test the consistency. So if it's too thick, add a little bit more milk. If it's too thin, you could add a few more frozen bananas. It's also good to start on the mild side with the cocoa powder. I added 2 tablespoons here and that was plenty, but you can add more or less depending on your preference. These are packed full of good stuff, so they can be used as a breakfast treat, a pudding, just as a smoothie drink. And I just think it's a great way to get those vitamins and nutrients into our kids in the winter time. But obviously this is good all year round. You don't just have to make these into smoothies either. If you want to go a step further, you can fill up some ice lolly molds and put these in the freezer and you have your own cocoa lollipops. These are cost effective for me because I always freeze my overripe bananas, because my children don't eat bananas if they've gone a bit brown, but nobody knows if you freeze them and use them in this way. I also buy spinach when we have certain salads, and whatever I don't use goes straight in the freezer, and I use it in this recipe. And as for the blackberries, we pick our own blackberries at the end of August, beginning of September every single year, and we keep them in the freezer. As you can see, I have been taste testing this as I go along. The little one is for me. I made them for my children, so the bigger one is for my daughter, and I just put more ingredients in. It's so quick just to whip some more up, so I've made another one for my son, and I don't measure anything, I just eyeball it, and yeah, these turned out lovely. The children love them. If you want to stretch them further, just add a little bit more milk. You can have them in a thin milkshake consistency, but my children prefer them like this and they feel like it's a bit more of a treat when it's a bit more like got that ice creamy texture to it. So let me know what you think if you give these a go for yourself at home. Is there any special ingredient you'd add, or have you got your own recipes you use to get the vitamins into children? Any little tips for hiding veg and fruit into things? And just let me know. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.